video in my bedroom. So yeah, I thought I would do another Asperger's syndrome and relationships video, because they're the ones that tend to get the most views, and it tends to be what I get asked most about on my Facebook page. So yeah, dating's hard for anyone, whether you've got a disability or not. I think it is very difficult. I mean, I found it difficult. Like, Mikey, my current boyfriend, is only my third boyfriend that I've ever had, and meeting people for me has always been difficult, but I tend to meet most people through volunteering. My first boyfriend I met through volunteering, my second I met at my friend's wedding, so it was like mutual friends that introduced me. Mikey is the brother of my best friend who introduced me to my last boyfriend, so really it's been like friends. If it wasn't for them, I think I'd probably still be single, because meeting people I find like awful, and I don't think I'd even know where to start on trying to find a partner. But I probably would go down the route of what they do on the Undateables, is find like a dating agency, and not like one of these sites, you know, like the free sites like OkCupid. I mean, I did have OkCupid, but you find a lot of creepy people in there. I think I'd go more down the paid route of an agency that would find me someone and maybe do like the speed dating things, which is something I've always wanted to try. But yeah, dating is difficult, I think, and especially when you're going on a date, it's hard to know what to say. So I always find it best to plan what I'm going to say. And I mean, when I went on my first date with Mikey, I mean, I met him when I was 11, but I hadn't really seen him or spoke to him in like God knows how long, like years it must have been. And I've always found him attractive since I was 11, so I was even more nervous. Like, I was completely freaked out. Like, it got that bad, I was walking around like this because I was sweating so much and I had to go and buy deodorant. Luckily he didn't really catch on, but to me I was so self-conscious, and I was working myself up, and I'm like, oh, for God's sake. And looking back on it, I'm like, oh, really? I was that nervous. But yeah, I do get nervous, and I'm not the best person around, like, with dating. Like, I've not had that much experience, but I remember being nervous on all my first dates. But once, like, I open up and let my personality come out, I'm all for the attitude. If you don't like me for me, just go, because you're never going to make someone like you. And I would always say just be yourself, and if you've got a quirky personality, show the quirky personality. If they don't like that quirky personality, they're not for you. Like, what's the point in changing yourself for anyone? There is literally no point. And my thing is, the good thing with a dating agency or a website or whatever, you can find someone that's got shared interests, so you've got something to talk about. Like, there's always Tinder, but I've been a bit sceptical about Tinder. Like, I did have it and I chatted to a few people, and yeah, it was fun to chat to them, but I don't think I would ever have met anyone, because I just think that's a bit dodgy. That's why I think if you go for like a paid agency or something, if you're going to go down the dating agency route, they've met them, they've met you, sort of thing, and it's a bit safer. But yeah, telling someone that you've got autism or any disability, I think it's your call. If you want to be open about it, be open about it, and if they don't like you or accept you for that, then they're really not the right person for you. But, like, obviously I'm very open about it. I mean, I'm telling you guys, but I've always let the person know. But that's because I'm comfortable with it. If you're not, then don't tell. You have no, like, obligation to tell them that you've got a disability. And to be honest, it's not really going to interfere, because it's you, and you can't change that. But if you're not accepting of it, then I wouldn't go telling everyone if you're not comfortable with that. But dating is hard whether you've got a disability or not. And I always found confiding in friends helpful, whether it be online friends or a friend that lives down the road, you know. It's always best to have someone to talk to and enjoy it. Like, go somewhere fun. Like, I never had a date where I'm just sitting in a restaurant or a bar, because I would find that literally so scary. First date with my first boyfriend, we met uptown. Second boyfriend, we went to cinema, and he chose the film, but whatever. My first date with Mikey, we went to mini golf, something fun, something you can have a laugh about. I always find that much better than sitting, you know, face to face. I would literally freak out. So yeah, dating, just go for it. You're not gonna know. And asking a girl out, the worst thing that they can do is say no, or asking a guy out, the worst thing they can say is no, and it's not gonna kill you. Just go for it. If you're not gonna give it a go, you're never gonna learn or know what's gonna happen. And you'll always have that thought, oh, what if, in the back of your head. I was quite late on in having a first boyfriend. I was 19, so that didn't help matters. It made me more nervous. But yeah, worth a go. Give it a shot. Be yourself and enjoy yourself. Like, it's always best when you see, like for me, if I see a guy having fun on a date and laughing and joking and yeah, but yeah, that's the most important thing, I think, when I've ever been on a date, is that the guy was enjoying himself and that we were having a laugh. And don't take it too seriously, and don't put too much expectation on it, and don't be like, oh, we have to do this and it needs to go like this and we need to kiss at the end and we need to hold hands, because don't rush things, just enjoy it. And obviously if you've asked them on a date, you know you like each other. You wouldn't go on a date with someone that you didn't like. But yeah, don't put too much expectations on it. Don't have a plan that, oh, I need to kiss her at the end. Like, a hug is enough. You know what I mean? You don't need to go too far and too quickly. Just enjoy it while it lasts. If anyone's going on a date or is a bit nervous or anything and you want to chat to me, like, I'm always here to talk to. Here's the link to my Facebook. I'm always on that. I mean, it's connected to my phone, so whenever you send me a message, it'll just come through. And yeah, I'm totally open and honest. I might not be the best person at giving advice and I'm not the most experienced, but if you just want to chat about it, feel free to send me a message.